You know, when we think of the miracles of Jesus, we often think of the splitting of the Red Sea, the walking on water, the feeding of the 5,000, the turning of water into wine at Cana, and these are all great miracles. But when we think of them, we often think of them as, yeah, that's a miracle. How did he do it? You know? What was the explanation for that? Did he have some kind of special power? Did he just do it because he wanted to do it? Why did he do it? But I want to suggest to you that there is another way of looking at the miracles of Jesus, which is not to look at the how or the why, but to look at the what actually happened as a result of the miracles of Jesus. Because when we do that, I think we find something that's even more amazing than the miracles themselves. For example, when Jesus turned water into wine at Cana, John tells us that Jesus didn't just do this as a first miracle, but he did it so that his mother would not be ashamed before the guests at the wedding feast. In other words, he did it for her sake, for her honor. He took what was a potential embarrassment and turned it into an occasion of joy and celebration. Do you see what happened here? This is a young woman who had recently lost her husband. Her son is now at a wedding celebration, and she's basically being honored by Jesus in front of all these guests. She's being elevated and exalted, and I think that's something that doesn't get talked about enough when we talk about the miracles of Jesus. That they were meant to bring glory to God and to elevate and exalt his people. They were meant to bring hope where there was despair, and joy where there was only sorrow. Think of the raising of Lazarus. Lazarus has been dead for 4 days. He stunk up the whole neighborhood. Everyone's complaining about it. And Jesus arrives and says, "Let him be loosed from his bonds. Let him come out." And he raises him from the dead. What happens? The people who are gathered there, they don't just say, "Wow, that's a miracle." They don't just try to figure out how did he do it. They respond in faith. They believe because they see Jesus do this. Because they see this incredible miracle, they come to believe in him. So what's the point of the miracles? It's not just to show us that Jesus had power over nature or over death itself. It's to show us that he has power over our faith, that he can cause us to believe in him and trust in him, that he can change our faith, that he can give us faith. And in fact, that's what the word miracle actually means. A miracle, a sign, something that causes you to believe. So the miracles of Jesus are meant to be signs, meant to be a cause of faith, meant to build our faith, strengthen our faith, and cause us to believe in him more fully.